Okay, sorry about that. I crashed out a second ago on me and told me that I needed to try a different route to go live. But anyway, I know I've been MIA for the past few months. We've had a lot going on with different things in our personal life. And as most of you know that you follow me on my personal page, or you remember from me discussing it on the video before, that I was going to have weight loss surgery. And I did. And I've had a lot of people messaging me and asking questions that are curious about the surgery, that want to also do it or have already had it, and just wanting to know, like, I guess, what symptoms that we're having that may be similar. But I'm going to take you from the beginning to where I am now, which I'm not that far into it, and I'm sure there's tons of people out there that have completed their journey. And I'm still sore, and have lots of information, more so than I do. Hi, Amanda. So back in May of this year, I had decided that I was going to make an appointment with a surgeon at a weight loss center and talk to them about having some sort of weight loss surgery, whether it had been the gastric sleeve or gastric bypass. I didn't know. My sister had had the surgery, so she was kind of the person I was looking up to at this point. Thanks, Maria. So the surgeon she went to is obviously who I wanted to go to first, because she had great results with it, but he wasn't accepting new patients at the time. So I went to Dr. Shin in Charleston, West Virginia, and he doctors at CAMC, and that is who done my surgery, and he was wonderful. I would recommend him to anybody. I think he did a great job. But I started this journey in May, and there are a ton of prerequisites my insurance required me to do. Everybody's insurance is different, and they're going to require different things, and then the doctor himself requires different things. But what I had to do was, the first time I went, of course, they weigh you and measure you, and you have to go get your measurements done by a personal trainer guy that's next door. It was great. You know, fat girls love to get violated. We love to show our naked parts to people. It's like the funniest thing ever for us to be exposed. So it was a great day. I remember it like it was yesterday. But anyway, found out, you know, what I was weighing in at, which I wasn't happy about, but whatever. So I had to go to 6 consecutive appointments, 6 months. I had to see a psychologist and have a referral from them. I had to go have lung testing done. If you are a smoker, which I was, you have to quit smoking. You have to be smoke-free 2 months before your surgery. So I picked a date to become smoke-free, and I followed through with it. Because they said they have been known to test you before in pre-op, and will send you home if you test positive for you to quit smoking. So I slowly started changing some habits over the month, getting ready for this surgery, which I had a long time to do, but I had no idea what was coming my way. Let me just say that. So what else did I have to do? Sometimes you have to have, like, visits with your family doctor too. My insurance didn't require that though. But I had to do the 6 appointments. I had to do the lung testing. Had to do a bunch of blood work. Oh, you have to have a scope, an EGD, where he goes down to look to see, you know, if there's any issues in there, what he's working with. Which he found a hiatal hernia on me, and that's not totally abnormal, he said. And he fixed that when he done my sleeve. So fast forward, all these prerequisites have to be done. So if it's something you're thinking about doing, I would go ahead and make the appointment to get that first appointment in to see where you stand. Some insurances do not require that 6-month period or all these classes, or, oh, you have to see a nutritionist too and all that. But some do, so you need to know where you stand. So once that was all said and done, it landed me on November 1st. And when I left the doctor's office that day, I was given the impression that I would probably have surgery before Thanksgiving. That didn't happen. A month passed by and I didn't hear anything. They told me they would call me when they sent everything into the insurance and everything was approved. They'd call me with a surgery date. So 5 weeks passed and I was like, I'm going to start calling some people. So I started calling my insurance. They hadn't got anything. Doctor's office wouldn't ever return my phone calls. And finally, they called me on a Monday evening at 5:30. It was the Monday before Christmas Eve, so a week before Christmas Eve. And they was like, hi, your insurance has approved your surgery. How eager are you to have surgery? I said, I can be there in 2 hours eager. And she's like, okay, we'll see you on Christmas Eve at 9 a.m. I was like, holy shit. So I immediately texted my mom and I was like, they're wanting to do the surgery on Christmas Eve. And she was like, that's fine. Call your sister. We'll move Christmas around. This is fine. We'll make it work. And everybody did. And we ended up having a wonderful Christmas. And I was very thankful that my family went out on a limb for that and changed their whole holiday for me. My mouth is dry. My belly's hurting right now. My little tiny drink of protein water, because my tongue's sticking to the roof of my mouth. So, anyway, they said I had to be there at 8:30 in the morning for another class, which I had no idea I was going to have to go to. So I go at 8:30 the next morning. We sit through a class to get all the information, last minute information, what we're supposed to do and everything. And then they send us on over to the hospital for blood work and, all your pre-stuff. So the next day I started on clear liquids. My doctor requires you to be on clear liquids a week before your surgery. And you're thinking, I'm excited, I'm going to have a surgery, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to look like Britney Spears, clear liquids for a week. I got this shit. You don't have that shit. Nobody has that shit. No. No. I would challenge anybody out there in the world to do that clear liquids for a week. It is hard. It's hard. It's hard as hell. And you're hungry and you're hangry and you get a headache and you don't feel good and you feel like you got the flu and I never really felt hungry that week. I never, my belly never growled and was like, eat me. Nothing like that went down. But emotionally, I had a horrible week. I just really had a lot of epiphanies that week about, I don't know, things that would never happen again. Michelle just had hers on November the 2nd. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. I seen a familiar date there. Good luck, Michelle, with your journey too. But overeating, just going out and pigging out, or me and Gary went to pick up the girls one night at Giovanni's from their grandmother, and I was like, these days are over. There's no more let's just run down to Giovanni's and pick up a calzone and some hot wings and some cheese fries and just pick out, watch some movies. Those days are over. This is like a life-changing event. Once you have this surgery, once you commit to this, you're done for as far as food goes. So that week wasn't easy. It's still not easy, and I'm sure it gets better. Everybody's got their opinion. Everybody's got their input, and that is one thing that sucks about putting my life out there for everybody to know. You have to listen to everybody's opinion, and it's not that you're being rude or anything, but I understand everybody has a different experience. Some people have great experiences. Some people have bad experiences. But they're all your experiences. What I experience, you may not experience. So everybody's different. We have to respect that. So anyway, go up into my surgery, and me and my mom take off to the hospital that morning. I guess I was kind of quiet that morning. I had a lot on my mind. And it was weird because it was Christmas Eve. The hospital was kind of dead. I was all by myself back there in pre-op waiting and thinking about all this stuff. And I thought, here I am. I've been waiting for this moment for months. For, this moment to happen. And here we are. It's finally going to happen. So I go into surgery, and when I wake up, I've had a lot of surgeries. I've had my gallbladder out. I've had my appendix out. I've had a C-section. I've had a bone replaced in my leg. I've had my boobs done. I have had a lot of surgeries. And when I woke up in my room, I don't remember being in recovery at all, but when I woke up in my room, holy shit, the gas pain that I was having was unfreaking real. It was my shoulders, my neck, under my arms was hurting so bad. I was just in panic trying to break that air up, and I was unable to burp. I will tell you that. You can't burp. That first 24 hours out of surgery, I couldn't make myself burp like I was trying to make myself burp, and I couldn't. It was just a miserable existence. So all I know to do was, ding, ding, nurse, put some freaking Dilaudid in this IV and knock me out, because I can't deal with this. But sadly, Dilaudid does not knock you out. It just makes you feel crazy in the head, and then you just kind of lay there like, I still feel all this pain, but I don't give a shit, so I'm just going to lay. So, day 2 was much better. I was up, moving around a little more, still had that pain. And I am actually 6 days out today, and I would say today is the first day that I have not had that extreme gas pain that I've had every day. So that was very painful. And also, they're telling you they want you to sip water every few minutes when you come out of surgery. Every 15 minutes, they want you to take like an ounce of water down. They said aim for 64 ounces a day. Well, I will say this. My first 3 days after surgery, I drank about 3 ounces the entire day. I was still peeing, so I knew I wasn't dying. But still, I don't know. It was hard for me to do. And the kind of stuff you drink is this. I got these out of the fridge so I could show you all. These clear protein drinks. They have 20 grams of protein in them. And you're thinking in your mind, no problem, I can get 20 grams down, lickety split. Well, I've been drinking on this one all day, and it's to right here. That's how much I've drank all day today since like 7 this morning. It's hard to get your liquids in, and you drink out of one of these little cups so you don't overdo it. So it's not easy. And you're laying around trying to recoup. You are having pain, but you're not having this pain that's telling you you can't eat. Like you're watching movies and stuff, and you want to eat. I mean, mentally, you want to eat. I wanted to eat. I still do. It's not like I just had this surgery and I'm miraculously one of the Kardashians, you know. I'm just not like sitting around thinking, yeah, I'm going to be skinny tomorrow and I'm never going to feel hunger again. That's bullshit, because most of the hunger is coming from your head. It's head hunger. It's coming from your mind. My stomach ain't growled the first time, but there ain't nothing like sitting back, watching Netflix, recouping from surgery, having you some chips and dip and a big Clausen pickle to chew on. And that ain't happened. So it's been hard. I'm not going to lie. It's not been easy. I did get on the scales naked this morning, and from the time I started my pre-clear liquid diet before surgery to today, I'm down 22 pounds. So that's a lot of weight in a short amount of time. So that tells you how much intake I've had. Not very much. So, you do have to watch for signs of feeling full, and it's when you first start taking them first sips after surgery, everything's tight. I kind of described it as aluminum foil or shrink wrap. All into your throat. Like the first time I took a drink, I like sat up in bed and like had to start breathing, like telling myself to breathe because it felt weird. And I'm sorry if the video is pixelated. I took my Wi-Fi is not very good and everybody in this house is on it. So I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry, Courtney. But it still does that a little bit at times, but not every time. And I did have the hiatal hernia repair when I did have this done. So I had all that done at the same time. So I kind of had a double whammy. But I'm home. I am recovering. I still have my staples in. I'm really not taking much pain medicine now. Maybe one a day when I've done too much or I've overdone it. Because I'm a go-getter. I can't sit around and stuff need to be done and me just lay there and watch it. I have to get up and do stuff, and that's probably been my biggest downfall with this surgery. Instead of just laying there and letting it go, no, I got to get up and wash the dishes and make sure the laundry's switched over, or tell the girls to. And I hate to ask people to wait on me and to do stuff for me. So it's hard. My incisions are staples, yes. I don't have a gallbladder, Brenda, so we're good on that. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the sleeve done. And so a few people have asked. I don't have any regrets yet. No, I mean it's not been easy. I'm here to tell you it's not it's not easy. It's not. You have to be mentally prepared and determined and get yourself a great support system, because you're going to turn into Satan at least a dozen times during this first couple weeks. And it's not that you mean to. You can't help it, really. I don't know. You're not eating. You gave everything up. And we don't realize how comforting food is until you go without it. Everybody wants some food. And, I don't know. Food just makes the world go round, in my opinion. And I know exactly why I'm overweight now, because I eat when I'm not hungry. There's been a dozen times today I've thought to myself, I want to eat something. I'm not hungry. But it'd just be nice. I'm sitting here watching Netflix. I can't really do anything. I like to have some popcorn or something to munch on, but I wasn't hungry. It's just something I wanted to do. So, I don't know what would happen if I overate. I mean, the other day I totally forgot I'd had this surgery and I had some unsweetened tea. Joke's on me, back from an old video. And I just took a big swig. I was thirsty. My mouth stays dry. And I just took a huge gulp of that unsweetened tea without thinking. And the second it hit my belly, I was like nauseated. My belly, it hurt. Everything got tight. I felt like I was going to throw up. And I felt that way for probably about 3 hours. So I definitely overfilled my pouch when I did that. And then I was thinking, God, please don't let this thing stretch out. I just got it. How big are the incisions? I got 5 on my belly. I would show you, but I'm not going to show my naked body on Facebook. I'm not about that. Anyway, if I did look like a Kardashian, I still wouldn't, because I'm not that person. But I've got 5, and they're not very big. But one of them is probably about this big, and the rest of them are like little small ones. So they're not bad. The incisions aren't really bad, and they're all above the belly button, kind of in a circle like. But that has been my journey so far on this. I mean, like I said, I'm 6 days out. Tomorrow's my 1 week anniversary from having it. And on Tuesday, I'm supposed to get to advance my diet. And that will, right now, all I can have is clear liquids. And we're talking water, uncaffeinated tea or coffee, these clear liquid protein drinks. You can have sugar-free popsicles, sugar-free Jell-O. I don't do good with the Jell-O. I want to do good with the Jell-O because I feel like something's in there, but it's too heavy or something on my stomach, and I don't do very well on it. So that's basically all I can have. And broth, but I'm not doing good with broth. It's making me sick. So I'm basically just drinking water right now. But tomorrow I get to advance, or not tomorrow, Tuesday, I get to advance up, and I'll get to have some cottage cheese. I hate cottage cheese, but I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it like it's Thanksgiving dinner come Tuesday. I'm going to wake up Tuesday morning and be like, where's that cottage cheese? I'll probably salt and pepper the hell out of it just so I can get it down my throat. And I can also have yogurt. And I've already went to the store and bought some yogurt that I'm probably not going to like, but I want to choke her down. I want to appreciate it. It's like the Blue Lagoon. It's like I've been on a desert island for some time now, and I haven't got to eat anything but salt water, and I'll just eat anything right now. I'd eat a turtle head off right now. Anything. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry, but that's just it. I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry at all. I've not felt hunger one time as far as physically. It's just all in my head. And I can have strain cream soups on Tuesday. But I know I say I'm going to do videos, but I am going to do weekly follow-ups on this so you all can follow me on this journey and see how much I've lost and how I'm doing. I'm not counting that 22 pounds as what I've lost so far. I'm just saying that's what my bathroom scales say that I've weighed on. I'm going to go on what I officially weigh at the doctor's office when I get weighed, and I don't go back there until January the 8th. So, but I can tell I've lost weight. I can tell my bras already. I can tell my panties even that something is missing. So, I mean, I'd like to keep my ass, but if it has to go, well, bye. I mean, I'd like for this belly to leave first, but it's swollen right now, so it looks like it's going to be sticking around for a little while. I'll go with it. I'll be happy with whatever. It didn't hurt, actually. I mean, I've had pain. I'm not going to lie. I can't bend over at all. I've gotten to be a pro at picking stuff up with my toes this week. Putting stuff in the trash, picking beads up with my toes. Are you still cooking for your family? I cooked Gary dinner the day I come home from the hospital. Yeah. It actually I've even baked cookies. I know this sounds weird, but it's kind of mentally satisfying for me to cook for them. Even though I can't have it, it makes me feel good to cook for them. It makes me feel like I'm still in contact with food. How sad is that? But that's the truth. That's how I feel. But I baked him cookies one day, and I have cooked for him. Gary's cooked too, and but I've cooked almost every day, I think, for the most part, since I've been home. And or I fixed him breakfast or something. And it's not bothering me, I don't guess, in the grand scheme of things. I ordered food from Bob Evans this evening for the kids and for Gary, and he went and picked it up, and I'd gotten some soup so I could eat the broth off of it. And that's the only thing that they didn't send was the soup. I was a little put out by that, considering I was really looking forward to trying the soup, the broth off of it, but whatever. I just had water instead, and I survived it. So, I'm going to read some of your all's questions and answer you, and then I'm going to wrap this up, because I figured for sure Maverick would be in here to torment me, and he hasn't, which is really strange. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Deborah. Tammy, I had the gastric sleeve done on Christmas Eve morning. Hi, Nelda. And Julie, I can see why it scares you. I mean, I guess I really didn't have any fear going into it, but now that I've had it done and I look back, I should have been scared. I should have been more hesitant, maybe more, I don't know, aware of what I was having done to my body. No, I wouldn't have changed it. I don't regret it, but I can see why someone would be scared to have it done. It is life-changing. It is. I mean, there's no more binge eating, and we all binge eat. I don't care if you're anorexic. I don't care if you're a health nut. Everybody has moments of binge eating. There's times when you're just having a bad day, and like you just want some potato chips and dip. I've been really wanting potato chips and dip. I know I've said that 3 or 4 times. But as far as going to the Mexican restaurant, and I've been short of breath tonight. What's up with that? But as far as going to the Mexican restaurant, like overdoing it on chips and salsa, that'll never happen again. I mean, people say you could in moderation down the road, but I don't want to. I've done come this far, and I'm going without it now. I don't want to go back to my old habits. Cassie, very good question. Are your bowels still moving okay? I have not had a bowel movement in over a week. I don't know. I don't feel constipated. I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't think I'm taking in enough. I know my body pretty good, and I don't think that there's anything there. I think my body's taking it all. Thank you, Ann, Michelle. Thank you, Dana. That is great news. She's down 130 pounds and no issues. Tanya, I went to the doctor in Charleston, West Virginia. I know some of you are from out of state. He's at CAMC Weight Loss Center. Dr. Robert Shin is who I've seen. Julie, I'm a stress eater too. I used to be a stress smoker, but I've gave up everything in my life right now. Nicotine, alcohol, food. So I'm just bare bones right now, and I'm probably really hard to love right now. And this is probably the worst I've ever been in life, to be honest. I'm the devil, and I know it, and I'm okay with that. I'm not drinking protein shakes. I'm drinking this protein water. I'm not graduated up to shakes yet. I'm not in that phase of the diet yet. Sorry, I was going through the comments to see who I wanted to answer. Do you have a limit what you drink? I'm supposed to drink an ounce. We're supposed to try to drink this about every 15 minutes. They want us to strive for 64 ounces of water a day, or liquids a day. I have not been able to meet that yet. I'm trying, but I haven't been able to. I just can't take it in right now. I think my shortest breath's just coming from where I'm talking so much, to be honest. I haven't really talked this much since I had surgery and my belly's hurting. Jessica made a comment about the biggest downfall has been her hair loss, and that is something they warn you about. I did start on my biotin, and you do have to take vitamins for life. But I did start taking my vitamins and my biotin before I had this surgery to try it, because my hair's already thinned out. I've noticed since I had my hysterectomy that my hair's really gotten thin, which I used to have a ton of hair. But and that's just, I don't know, I guess, I don't know what I'll do, get extensions put in, clip in my hair, wear a wig, wear a hat, I'll just roll with it. I mean, I don't know, I might be bald before it's over, who knows. Thank you, Andrea. Stephanie Marie, I am taking Colace 2 pills twice a day, so I'm on it, sister. That's awesome, Rebecca. Gina, I don't know how I'm going to go without wine. I loved my wine, but I don't guess I'm going to have it anymore. Maybe later on down the road I might have it as a treat, but honestly, I think wine really packs the weight on you. I mean, it's full of carbs. There's no smart choice when it comes to wine. So if you're drinking wine every day, you're going to be putting on, well, I'm not saying you look great, Gina. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me. You're going to put on weight if you're drinking wine. You are, because there's no way around it. I mean, that's just like nothing but a glass of carbs. It's a wonderful, delicious glass of carbs. Andrea Bryant said, I'm the devil and I know it. Oh, Andrea, you know what all I've been going through, girl. You feel me? As far as the smoking thing, I have never been a diehard smoker, but I've always been a smoker. I'm the type of person that have smoked on and off my whole life since my 20s. And I'd be like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm going to quit smoking because I got to be mother of the year. And I don't smoke the whole time I'm pregnant. And I have to breastfeed for the year following. But then 2 years after that, I'll pick it back up while I'm working or something. Or if I go through a divorce, I always want to pick up smoking. Or if I'm stressed out about money or a relationship or a job or something, I always wanted to smoke. But as far as like quitting smoking, that was nothing for me to do. That was not a huge deal for me just to be like, I ain't smoking no more. Because honestly, I never really... It's just something to do. How sad is that? But I'm not really up for debate or ridicule on the whole smoking thing. So to each his own. I seem to be sleeping fine. My energy's all right. Oh yeah, you do have to give up pop, Stephanie. No pop, no carbonated beverages for life. They actually say that the carbonation, the bubbles, cause your pouch to stretch. And it can also, it makes your belly bigger, which makes you feel less full, which makes you eat more. So even if you don't have the gastric sleeve, giving up pop could help you lose weight on that note. But yeah, I haven't had a pop in 2 weeks, over 2 weeks. I have not had a pop. And that's odd for me because I love my Coca-Cola Classic. So I don't know. I'm a water girl now. All this change makes me emotional. Sometimes I sit around and think about start crying. And then I'm like, why are you crying? It's just food. Who cares? There's so much other things in life to live for and to be happy over. But food is amazing. It is. Are you back with hubby? I see a ring. No, Kara. No. I'm actually living with someone. I have been. Actually, tomorrow's our 1 year anniversary, and we are engaged to be married in the spring. So, and that's just a ring that he got me for our early anniversary present for tomorrow. So, I don't have any trouble taking the vitamins. It's Flintstone chewables. I just chew them up. No, it's the right one. It's the ring finger. Can you do broth and water and lose like sleeve surgery? Beverly, if you can hang with it, you can, girl. You're cracking me up. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up and go check on my children. So I will tune in sometime after Tuesday to let you know how my diet's going now that I've phased up. For all of you following me on my journey or that's also on your journey, I wish you the best of luck. I hope we all do well. I hope we lose, we learn new habits, and we keep it off. And I wish you all a happy new year and a blessed year.